BBN, what's going on, guys? This is the live stream Kentucky versus Ohio State pregame show with my man BC. Brian, are you ready for some basketball today?
Yes, sir.
Look, it's been a long week, man, without basketball. I'll be glad when we get down. I'll be glad when we get down to 2 games a week.
Man, you know what, man? This is like the greatest sports day probably in the history of sports. You
Why you
had
say that?
football because you
Yeah.
had football, you had basketball, you got the college playoffs. You just if you are a fanatic of sports, today is the day. I've never seen so much sports this on.
It's everywhere, bro. And how good is it to be able to say that Kentucky's actually playing today along with everybody else? That makes it all the better.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what, BC? Hey, I didn't look this up yet, so I just realized something. Somebody just sent a text, and someone said that out of the whole time, 2014, Kentucky has never beaten Ohio State in this matchup. This,
if I go back and look at it, I can't remember we have.
well, you know what? There's no time like the present. And you know what? Coach Pope is coming in and winning stuff that people think that that maybe thought he couldn't win, and look what he's doing. He's getting it done on that side of this game. We have no basketball game
Yeah.
for.
When you said it, Mike, I remember the days of Thad Matta and when he was coach there, and I can't remember beating him.
Well, you know what? Today will be a really good day. Ohio State's coming in at 7-4. Our Wildcats are 10-1. I mean, statistically, we got these guys outnumbered. Let me ask you something. Considering how bad Auburn beat these guys, is it any pressure on Kentucky to duplicate that, or let's just get the win and move on?
Let's just get the win and move on. The pressure comes if we don't win.
Yeah, I got you there. So Rick Brown's in the house. Thank you, Wendell. Thank you so much for joining. I see you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Man, dude, this is actually, hey guys, as a matter of fact, we're taking phone calls today. The phone number, let me see if I can get that phone number. It was on the top of the screen, 270-220-0994. If you want to call in and give me your comments, let's keep the comments to about a minute or so. And if you want to call in, get your comments on live air. Hit me and BC up, and BC's the man for the questions. BC, hey, I'm gonna let BC answer, okay? Because he's the guy for it, absolutely. So
I'll
please get your
piggyback
phone.
off of you.
Hey, please get
You
your
know how we do.
yeah.
You know how we do.
Please let me see if I can throw that up, the number, so people will have it. Right. I guess I'll put it up right here, guys. This is the number right here. So go Big Blue, Faith, Family, and Sports. Appreciate you joining. Mark Hurl, we see you in the house doing call-ins today. Please get your yeah. Please get your calls in if you want to. This is definitely something, BC, that I want to incorporate. I know someone sent me a text and was telling me about how to use Google to take phone calls through the system. So, it's been a little busy. Since when you gone for a year and you come home, you got a couple things to do before you can actually just relax and actually just do a few things. So that's what I've been doing since I got back. Whenever I'm my team playing us, Daniel Hammond, I will not underestimate anybody that plays Kentucky. We all know that when teams play Kentucky, they tend to play out of their mind. And I don't think the Wildcats is looking over it. I know, right? I don't think the Wildcats are looking over it. Us taking that loss to Clemson, I don't want to say we was looking past Clemson, but if we was, it won't happen this time. We would definitely respect this team, and we would definitely take this team serious. And I want to beat them. Why not go to There's no. It sucks. It would suck going to New York and not winning the ball game. So what is your keys to the game today, BC?
And also, I want to say that Aaron Bradshaw will be back in the house.
He's playing today?
Yeah, he plays for Ohio State.
Yeah, but he got suspended indefinitely.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, for that. That's what he allegedly got. It was because of sports betting. It was for.
Well, he's not playing then.
He's not.
No. Ohio
Yeah.
Pete Rose.
Yeah.
No, you ain't you
Yeah.
ain't betting on
So,
nothing.
so I don't see Bradshaw maybe playing today. I don't know for sure. I don't keep up with Ohio State, but it was pretty big news that he got released from the team or whatever, and I haven't heard that he was coming back.
No, he ain't playing there.
Yeah. Truth, Daniel, they all come out at their best. Yep, they do. We're going through withdrawal with no games until decent. So, after today, we don't play for 10 days. So our guys can go out tonight and play for 40 minutes strong. Hey, all those guys that we didn't think could play for 40 minutes, tonight's your night to play 40 minutes because you got 10 days. You got 10 days to rest from that. So what are your keys for the ball game tonight as far as beating them?
Well, pretty much the same thing. Rebounding. Our
Okay.
big men play tough,
Yeah.
control the paint, and I like to see them get a combined at least 20 points,
That
about
would be
15
good.
rebounds, and some.
Oh,
I
that
like to see some block shots today. I like to see some dunk overs. I
yeah.
like to see that from my big man, and that's usually my thing. Mike is the interior, the paint, controlling the paint. I know our guard play is going to be good, so that's just it. Just and defense, stepping up the defense a little bit. I think our defense has been solid, but just step up a little bit and go out and do what it's supposed to do against these guys. It's New
And
York, baby.
yeah, I mean, hey, that's where the stars are at, ain't it? That's where
Yeah,
hey, that's where people's names are made. One thing big for me is and you mentioned that about the rebounds and stuff like that. Carr has been pretty consistent all year long. For
oh, he's
me,
good.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
straight.
For me, when you talk about that, for me, it's all about Ken Williams but between Williams and Garrison, and I'm
Yes,
pretty sure that's what you meant too as well. I
yes.
want those two guys. Can they come out and get those numbers? And of course not just today, but can they start being more
Consistent.
consistent? Because as we go
Yes.
forward, those guys, with what they do, can make a difference in the ball game. That's for sure.
They have to be, Mike, because
Yeah,
like I said, look at the SEC alone. When you got Mississippi State, Texas A&M, Auburn, Tennessee, and I can go on Vanderbilt. I can go on in the SEC. Those
yeah,
guys have to be consistent for us to be successful and go deep in the tournament because
absolutely. Yeah,
because college basketball, especially the SEC, it's a big man's world now. You got to have the guard play. That's
yeah,
that's very important to be able because we don't make a lot of turnovers, which is a very good thing.
yeah, yeah.
But our bigs got to be very consistent. Consistent.
Vandy Chris says, got you on in the car aside driving driving down the road. Chris, appreciate that, bro. You always support. And actually, Chris was this guy right here. Vandy Chris is the one who actually who sent a text in our group that let me know that and when he said that Kentucky hasn't beaten Ohio State in this matchup, only thing I can say is, well, I hope that changes today. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I hope Kentucky definitely gets that. JM, hey, JM, thanks for the comment. Um, he says 3-point defense is key against Ohio State. Well, let's go out there and let's cover the perimeter. We had a few days off, so we should be good and rested. Hopefully, Butler's ankle is good to go too as well. We saw what he did against Louisville. Do you think he's going to have a lot of pressure to go out to duplicate a game like that, or will he too be smart enough to stay within the game plan?
Now I don't know about him, but I know Coach Pope's going to keep him in the game plan.
Okay,
That game he had last game, it was a game that came to him. He
exactly.
didn't he didn't go out and rush it or try to be a hero or anything. It came to him. So
Yeah,
Coach Pope would keep him, lined up. And if things are open, and if it depends on what kind of game. We have a type of team, it depends on what kind of game. Williams could have 25 today. Never know.
I
Or
wish
or
that would be
Morel could come
good.
off the bench and have 20 something. It just depends. You want to stay within the game. When you have
Mhm.
a bunch of good players, you don't want to go out and kind of rush it. You just let the game come to you.
And the good thing about that, what happened last weekend against Louisville with Butler, is that everyone kind of saw he was on a roll. So it was kind of like people gave up shots because they understood that Butler's having one of those kind of days. And, that's, and, just like you just said, Butler, if Brayer or Williams or somebody else is actually hot today, you better believe that that Butler's going to get this guy the ball, get these guys, because he understands that his first job is to facilitate, and I think he's going to do that. So I really feel like that Kentucky has a really good shot. Look, Kentucky going to win this ball game today. Let me just put it out there. All we gotta do is win by 1, and we'll win.
Yeah, exactly. So Mike, it's pretty much whatever the defense is going to give us.
Okay.
That's pretty much that's how we've been winning ball games. We've been going by if the threes are not falling, the shots are not falling. What does Mark do? He go inside.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's I love the in game or the in motion or whatever adjustments that Coach Pope is making all year. It's almost like when we feel like we're probably not doing our best, Mark Pope just I don't shoot me down for using these words, but it seems like he makes that little tweak that just makes things better, and it's all within the system and it's all within the game plan that gets everything going. So Sean says, got the piece of order, go Cats. So yeah. Son of a gunner. I know. Don't forget that popcorn too as well. Bradshaw should be out. I haven't. If anybody knows the answer to this, I haven't seen anything that Bradshaw is going to be back in the ball game tonight. Matter of fact, it just went off the screen. Let me see.
If he was betting, he ain't playing, man.
Yeah. I mean, when you go through a lot of that, you can pretty much guarantee that.
But I don't know. I checked their website earlier, and he was, well, it didn't mean he was still on the team, it seemed like, but I don't know.
He must be, because I'm looking at CBS right now, and they got him actually averaging 7.5 points for almost 5 rebounds and shooting 38% from the field. So I don't know. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see if Bradshaw is playing like, I thought he was out because of that incident, but I guess he's been reinstated. So BC, so you might be right.
Well, just be a rude awakening.
Absolutely. Exactly.
Welcome back to the going against Kentucky.
Yeah, I know, right? So
that's why I was excited about it.
Well, you know what? That's actually a really good point. Chris says it's going to be a really good game. Man, we got to get this game, man. I think this is a win that the fan base really wants. We rolling right now. I think our goal is to be 12-1 when we start SEC play, and we do that, man. Everything is just panning out just before we go into this gauntlet. But this is definitely going to be one of those ball games. Being in New York City, I'm not sure how many of these guys have actually ever played in New York City, Madison Square Garden, but they're going to get a taste of it tonight. The Mecca, man. When you get this opportunity, you make the best of it. And I think that these guys, Ohio State by 3, ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, here's the thing, Mike. We should beat these guys. We should beat these guys. No problem. Should beat these guys. But like somebody said in the chat earlier, we get everybody's A game, best game. Because if you don't bring your A game, it's going to be a long night. That's Kentucky, baby.
Why do I get nervous before some of these ball games? Is that a positive? Being nervous? I hope so. Coach Keaton always say, "There's nothing wrong with being nervous. Just don't be scared." I know, right? Well, we ain't scared around here, man. We ready to play some ball game.
Just don't be scared.
Just don't be scared. Jimmy says, we are the Mecca of basketball arena. Keep Ohio State from starting good. We need to keep both sides, offense and defense, on the down low. Heard Bradshaw is dressed but not going to play. Oh, we'll see, because I guess he returned on the 9th. But I was kind of hoping that he playing so he can see what he's missing out on.
I like to say this from previous games. They got good guard play. They got some good guards.
Yeah.
And they got a guy that likes to post up, but he posts up to pass out of the post majority of the time. But when we go against teams that got good guard play, our guards tend to step up.
Well, you know that saying, big people play big in big games. So I guess, and it forces us to, as you just said, it forces us to rise to a different level. And that's exactly what we want of our guys. We want our guys to be able, it's time to step up.
It was like the Louisville game. And you had Butler coming back off an injury, but Louisville had a real good point guard. And he had a good game that game. But Butler came out and said, okay, you know what? If you're gonna come out and you're gonna score, and they need you to score,
yeah,
I'm gonna make you play defense too.
Yeah. Yep. So, hey man, I'm not sure if how much you keep it up with the SEC right now, but the SEC basketball is killing it right now.
Oh,
SEC.
Hey, I've been telling you, it's a gauntlet, man.
Hey, SEC. SEC is killing it right now. They just Mississippi State knocked off Memphis today. Man, yeah. Dude, it's just, dude.
And Mississippi State got a hell of a player. He can ball.
Hey, I think I'm starting to get scared a little bit.
Hey, man. Hey, I tell you what. Like I said, going and being in the SEC, come tournament time,
yeah,
you are prepared.
You are battle tested.
You are battle tested big time.
See, and you know what? This is who just said, look at this right here. No SEC team lost yet this weekend. Man, I can't don't beat Kentucky.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure, UK. Just go out and win the ball game, please. For real, you can't go by that. Tennessee beat Louisville by 40 at Louisville. A lot of people, I see somebody in here who is saying Auburn just beat Ohio State by 40. We should win easy. Nah, I don't. No, I can't let myself get into that.
It's a different mentality when you come in and you're playing Kentucky.
It is, yeah. And we talked about that as well too. You beat Auburn. Hey, that's good. You beat Kentucky. You just beat somebody. You know what I mean? Like the committee is going to be like, well, they did beat Kentucky. Yeah, they lost to Auburn, but they did beat Kentucky. So it's just a different atmosphere, and it's different. We get as rightfully so, but we get treated different because we're Kentucky. Yeah. So we're not just a loss; we are a defeat when we get defeated. Cats are going to show out under the big city lights tonight. Hey, Beth, I hope they do. Thanks for the comment. Cats are going to show out under the big city lights today. Man, I'm glad it's an early game. Of course, it'll be dark by the time they start because I got a feeling this North Carolina game and UCLA, I'll find some way to go in overtime. For real.
I'm thinking that Jackson is going to have a good game.
See, here's the thing with Jackson, man, that I really like, BC. Each ball game, I say the last 3-4 ball games, he's just been getting better and better. It's like he's really just kind of calmed down, and he's just playing basketball, and that has really helped us collectively as a team. Because if he's not scoring, he's playing defense or whatever. So you're right, man. He's definitely improving.
I think he's going to have a good game today. He's due.
I hope so. Let's get I would like to see him go off for 28 points today. He get 28.
I think Mark Pope knows that.
Yeah,
that's his guy.
That's his guy. Yeah, there was a I saw that little documentary they did on him, and his mom and stuff was talking, and they were just talking about how close they was together, him and Mark Pope. So I feel like his breakout equivalent to Butler's game is just right around the corner. And I tell you what, look, we all know he wants to go pro. And this is one of those ball games where you in New York City, you in Madison Square Garden. If there's, not to put too much pressure, still stay within the game plan, and win first. But I think if there was ever a moment that maybe it was a chance for you to shine, tonight might be that day. So you plan on that stage in that area. Why not? So we should do that. I hope we score over 100 points. I hope we score 100 points today, dog. At least got to score 90.
I think you'll get 90.
Right now, Ohio State's averaging 81 points a game. Kentucky's averaging 91.
I know Ohio State, that's what I was getting ready. They're going to have to put up 90, especially if it's a back and forth game. But that's like I said earlier, I want to see Kentucky's defense go another level today.
Yeah. I just, like for me.
Off turnovers, I'm not worried about. Off turnovers, they great.
In transition,
getting turnovers, getting in transition, they're great.
Look, we haven't even talked about 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐜𝐢𝐞𝐳𝐜.
See, the reason why I haven't mentioned his name, Mike, because you don't have to worry. You know that like that kid. You might be worried about your other two kids, but you're not worried about because you know what you're gonna get.
You're gonna get from him.
You're not worried. You're not concerned about what. It's just whatever Mark needs, he's gonna give it. I need a score, he's gonna give it. I need a stop, he's gonna give it. You're not worried about him. He and Carr are very, very consistent.
Absolutely. I was gonna mention that, BC. I sure was. Jackson and Amari 20 plus points apiece. And co-MVPs 93-75. My prediction. I take it. I won't even be upset if we don't score 100 points.
No. If we hold them to 75, that's a good defensive night.
That's a good defensive night. We held them up on the limits. Right now, it says that Kentucky is. I think Kentucky's the favorite by 7? I think it was. The last time I looked, I think it was. Let me see. Kentucky is. We're the favorite by 8.5. Do we cover?
Yeah, should.
I hope so.
If Butler makes 90% of his free throws, no problem. And Williams, if we make some free throws, if we shoot high 80s or 90s, we'll cover no problem.
We gonna cover, yeah. We gotta hit that. Somebody said that we're ain't nobody, so I'm actually looking on CBS Sports right now, and that's kind of where I got my the difference at. So they actually said that it's 8.5. I'm not sure where you got 7.5. But you keep up with just a lot more than I do, so I'll go with 7.5. So, yes, we can cover 7.5. Why not? I'm always want to take the lower one. It's no problem. Jackson Robinson will take it, try and carry it. I knew Dabo. 82-67. That's still not a bad night at all. We hold them under 70 points. That's not bad. We can do that.
You said they average 81 a game?
Yeah, they average 81 a ball game.
Yeah. If you hold them to 70 points, 75 points, that's a good defensive night.
We just got to score 90 points so we can keep our average going. Yeah, I would like that.
But that's the thing that they looking at. Hey, we got to hold them. We got to hold them under 90 points, man.
Yeah, I know, right? So, but but that's one thing about it though, BC, is that everybody plays, everyone steps up. It's like your senses are enhanced when you play in Kentucky, and you just it's something special about it that just makes you play at a different level when you play in Kentucky. So it's gonna be a hard fought game. That's for sure.
People hit shots, don't normally hit shots.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So score update, North Carolina is still losing to UCLA 40-33. So North Carolina is definitely not a good team this year. But as you said before we started, they'll be ready by March.
They'll be ready by March. UCLA got a good coach out there.
They're out there playing ball, man. Yep. So, for the Cats, well, I did a video a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday or the day before, Perry's going to get some minutes today.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it'll be late. I think it'll be early in the first half. He going to get some minutes today. And my video that I did, it was basically like, look, we got a long season ahead. Can we keep Butler rested up? Now, the only thing that was just brought to my attention is because we don't play until December 31st. With that aspect of it, maybe Butler can play more minutes tonight because we get such a long layoff before next ball game. But I still believe in keeping Butler as fresh as possible, and that's who's Perry's been coming in for.
Well, it's the next man step up. Perry he's going to take Kerr's minutes.
Exactly. Yes.
So it's the same rotation except for he's put in the rotation.
Exactly.
So when Butler's like a near breather, Perry's coming in.
Yeah. So
like I said, if he knocks down a shot tonight, 3 or gets a bucket, that's going to build his confidence going forward.
It is, and he needs that because right now he's just not playing as far as shooting well. He's definitely just not he's just not having a good shooting game right now. So for him to knock down a shot or two, for me, I have a feeling that's gonna work wonders for him. Just to see the ball go through the rim, but his job is just to come in. Give Butler a couple of minutes, and you can do it strategically. Do it before a timeout. So, come in for a minute or two before a timeout or something like that. Then you got that. Plus, you got the timeout. Maybe a minute on the other side. I doubt it, but if so, those are valuable minutes that you can give Butler.
I honestly think that Perry is going to play exactly like if Kerr was there.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think unless he just stinks it up, but he's going to get those minutes. He's going to have a chance to be able to prove himself.
I think a lot of people right now what Perry BC is that he can't guard nobody, and everybody just seems to just blow right past him. So
that's part of proving himself. He's going to have to play some defense.
He's going to have to buckle down and play some defense, man, if he wants to stay in the ball game. That's for sure. Because if you can't help a little bit on defense, then why do I got you in the ball game for, a young man? So he's gonna have to man up and go play some defense.
Well, the best way to learn how to play defense is get in the game.
Yeah, I believe it.
You ain't gonna learn sitting on the bench.
And that is, and that's why my video was basically like, look, people might not agree with this, but realistically, we know Butler has a sore ankle. Even though he played against Louisville, his ankle is not probably 100% for sure, and he's only one rebound coming down wrong or one crossover ankle getting messed up. So, and you don't have Krista coming off the bench. So whether you like it or not, you gotta throw Perry in the fire and let him do what he do. I know we got a lot of older guys, and that's good, but we still got a lot of basketball to play this year.
Well, if Perry's in that rotation, he's doing what he's supposed to do in practice.
Yes.
That's the difference between coach, players, and fans.
Yes.
Fans have all kind of opinions, but the coaches are the ones that seeing what's going on in practice.
Okay.
So if he's in that rotation and he's taking Kerr's, minutes, it's deserving because he's doing what he's supposed to do in practice. But if it comes down to a point where he's not, good defensively, you will see, maybe Berea handling the ball at the point or Jackson. So, Coach Pope got everything. He's got everything taken care of. Like I said, he's the one to see. The fans, we have our opinions.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing about it is, Brea's also seen his minutes are improving every single ball game as well. Now, one person that we don't talk a lot about because he's not getting a lot of minutes is Ansley. Ansley being from he's from New York. I wonder what kind of performance, or I wonder if he would have too much pressure on him, knowing that he's having a chance to play in the Garden tonight, minutes away from where his family lives. I wonder if his playing time will I wonder if he'll get him more playing time per se to see what he can do at Madison Square Garden.
Well, he's gonna be hype. I know that.
Oh, absolutely. I
Playing in
would
Madison
too.
Square Garden.
Oh,
Maybe,
yeah.
hey, maybe you knock down the open shots.
Yeah. And
So he's gonna be hype. He's gonna be ready. I know that.
yeah, I could be a big game. I think so too. And I'm really rooting for that guy. I think he's a good solid baller. He's a good spot up shooter. So, not sure about him going to the free throw line very often, but I just think that's a team thing that we need to get better on when it comes to free throws.
One thing that I like from Kobe last game, and he proved me wrong. He's a spot up shooter, but last game he was aggressive going to the hole.
He was.
And
Yep.
I'm like, why you don't do this all the time?
Like, where you been at?
Yeah, guys are going to guard you on the perimeter. They're going to make sure you can shot fake then go to the hole. It's like you don't even have to dribble or do any kind of and one moves. It's just a throw your head up and you can get to the hole because people respect your 3-pointer that much. I like to see him go to the hole more because he can finish. He showed me that in the Louisville game.
Yeah. Oh, he can finish, and you kind of seen flashes of Brea finishing in a few more other games as well too. We just haven't seen him go to the go to the glass like that, like he did against Louisville. He was really aggressive with the ball, and he was really aggressive with taking it in. But maybe that was just that Louisville and Kentucky atmosphere that calls for that.
It just seems like he relies on the three so much. It's a lot of times where he can just go. He anybody on the team with the way he shoots the ball, he can get to the hole and get fouled or score more than anybody on Kentucky because he's that much of a threat of shooting the 3-pointer.
He is, yeah.
Because if he's going to the hole, people are going to respect that more and can open up him where he wants to be at, where he's comfortable at shooting the 3-pointer. But I like to see him go to the hole a little bit more.
You know what? Maybe people say, well, look, if he's not shooting the three, then I guess we're running him off the 3-point line with the ball. So I guess that's a win for us because he's so good.
Yeah, that's why he needs to go to the hole.
Yeah, and that's one of them situations where it's a lot of times people will people will say, well, look, if they want to sit out there and settle for a 3-point, we'll give them that. Just don't let them get anything in the paint. But with Brea, it's flipped. Let's get him off the 3-point line, and let's get him in the what's name. Because when he shot that ball against Gonzaga as time ran out, you made a comment. You said if he would have been you said if he would have been behind the 3-point line, he would have made that shot. So
you would have made that shot, man.
He would have made that shot, absolutely. So so I guess that just speaks to what we're talking about. It's going to hold more. Let's see what Jimmy says. I think Kobe going to the hole more was a new and different way to run the offense. He can be way better and keep defenses on their toes. So
exactly.
I guess that's it. I know.
Exactly.
So I mean, man, dude, this is just this is one of those ball games, man, where these guys who come from smaller schools get an opportunity to play under the big lights at Madison Square Garden. You have to imagine that these guys are just going to be ready for this, man.
Cause to piggyback off what who was that? Jimmy said that.
Yeah, Jimmy said that.
To piggyback off what Jimmy said, if Kobe is going to the hole, scoring and dishing, that's a whole new thing to our offense, man.
It is
that you wouldn't believe.
Yeah,
it opens up a whole lot of more worms to our offense if the best shooter in college is going and scoring and getting layups.
Bro, that's a game changer, bro.
It's a game changer.
Hey, because now you got coaches doing this. Okay, guys, let's regroup. Let's figure out how we got to stop this now because that ain't what we scouted for.
Because now you're going to have another shooter open.
Yep.
You're gonna have lobs and dunks at the rim.
This is a fun team, BC. This is a real fun team, and I think Coach Pope, he probably
Not
sits
out.
in his office, and hey Tyson, what's up, brother? I think he sits in his office and says, "Dude, I got a squad, and we're getting better and better each week, each ball game." And how can you not feel how can you not feel happy about what we got so far? That's pretty freaking exciting, if you ask me. That's for sure.
Well, Kentucky's a good basketball team.
Absolutely, I agree
Straight
with
up,
you.
they're a good
Yeah,
basketball team.
and let's just go beat Ohio State today, and then let's keep proving um, that we're a good team. Now, let me ask you a question, not about this ball game, but I'm not sure if you saw it, but they earlier this past week, Kentucky got projected as a number 1 seed in March Madness. We were started in Cleveland, and then we'll work our way out west. How do you feel about getting that recognition this early in the season? I don't like it. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I don't like it.
Well, like I told you, Mike, that stuff don't mean nothing right now.
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing. It's almost getting a number 1 seed in the SEC is more valuable than getting the number 1 seed
It
in March
is.
Madness.
Yeah.
If you get a number 1 seed in the SEC, that's like whoa.
Whoa. Yeah.
That's when everybody in the country is going to be like,
They're taking notice.
oh,
Yeah, I know, right? And with the SEC being so strong this year,
exactly.
yeah. Yep.
So
Actually,
it's good. It's a confidence builder. But
yeah,
Mark Pope knows that really don't
yeah.
mean nothing because we only 12, 13 games in the season.
We only 11 games.
That's why it's
Yeah.
projected.
Yeah.
Which that means it's fluid.
Yeah.
It can change.
Well, it's amazing. A lot of people like that though, BC. A lot of fans, when I did the video about that, and I was telling people to hold on, man, pump your brakes a little bit. We still got a lot of basketball to go. Somebody left a comment. How you gonna come on here and tell us to calm down when we ain't had this much success in the last few years? Let us enjoy this. Hey, by all means, enjoy it. I'm just saying for me.
That's why they do that, Mike. That's why they give projection. But the thing is, we haven't had that much. We've been successful the last 2 years.
Yeah.
We just didn't do good in the first round of the tournament.
We didn't
We've
do
been
good
winning 25 games.
Yeah. So
that's like it's Kentucky. The expectations is very, very high.
It's very, very high.
Mark Pope has the greatest job in the country and the worst job at the same time.
He do, man. So that is let's see, the game spread moved from 7.5 to 8.5 in the last hour. Should have took 7.5. Probably should have. Yeah, absolutely.
And it might change when they get out there warming up on the court.
I know, right? They'll be like, hey.
They see Ortega throw down a couple of 360s right now. Hold on. Let's put this up to 10.
They're going to be like this stuff.
Let's put this up to 10.
They gonna be like on that movie Traded Places. Sell.
Yeah.
They gonna be like, these dudes out here balling in warm up. So Mike, remember back in Q8 you asked what UK record would be. Honestly, do you think we would be here? You know what? Let me, and you can answer this too, BC. Good question, David. Thank you so much for asking that. Mike, remember back in Q8 you asked what UK record would be. Honestly, do you think we would be here back then? Oh, you know what? For me to say yes may be a lie because we had to play Duke and then, we had to play Gonzaga. So, and then we had to play Clemson because I know what Clemson did last year. So if I'm being honest, at this particular, and don't get me wrong, I love my Wildcats. But I think if I'm being honest, maybe we would have lost 2 games by now, and those 2 games probably would have been Duke and Gonzaga, and we ended up beating both of them. So I'm just being honest. Yeah.
I'm worse than that. I thought we at this point we might have been maybe 4 or 5 games. I thought this team was going to be a team that was going to struggle early on. That's why Mark Pope is a really good coach. I thought they was going to struggle early on and get better as it goes. And once they get to, because these guys never played with each other.
Yeah.
They never played on this level before. So I thought we was going to struggle early on and get better towards the end of the year. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised that we beat Duke.
Yeah.
Uh, Gonzaga. I
Yeah.
am. I'm just, but not. I'm not surprised at the Gonzaga. After we beat Duke, I was like, okay, this team's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't think Richard says, "Hey, Richard, thanks for joining, big guy."
Big Rich.
Yeah, hey, he said, "I don't think anyone saw this coming just because of a whole new team and chemistry."
Right. Exactly.
And that's exactly what you just said, BC. And I want to put that up because if anybody else wants to respond to this as well, please do. So, hey, 21 Crump, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining in. All you guys, thank you so much for joining. Remember, so at least 2 games we would have. I was saying if we was going to be lost. I mean, because when you look at the schedules, I mean, outside of Duke and Gonzaga, it's like, okay, even though it's been a new team, we should win those. We should find a way because I don't know, just because we're Kentucky, we should probably find a way to win those ball games. But I knew it was going to be a dogfight, and even starting off.
I thought going into SEC play that when I saw the schedule, I was like, okay, Duke, yeah, we'll lose that one. Clemson lose that one. Gonzaga will lose that. Ohio State, that's a flip a coin.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I thought we was going to go to SEC play and get better through SEC play and build chemistry that way. And, kind of like the team where Julius Randle and the Twins and those guys where they made it to the championship.
Yes.
They wasn't too good at the beginning of the year. They was freshmen. And then when they got towards the end of the year, SEC play and then tournament, they turned it on. They beat some big teams like Wichita State, Michigan, and so that's why I thought was going to happen.
Well, I tell you what, I think Auburn.
But I'm surprised. Surprise. I am surprised.
Oh, I am too. But you know what? It's and even at Cleveland, not Cleveland, but even at Clemson lost. That's not a horrible loss.
No,
I think we learned a couple of things from that, and I think for me, honestly, I think if we would have probably, cause we played Clemson before we played Gonzaga, right? I think we played
We played Clemson for Gonzaga, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think if we would have beat Clemson, I wonder if we would have had the mojo or the will or the right attitude. Because you know how we was down to Gonzaga, so I wonder if losing to Gonzaga, it's like we just said to ourselves, we're not losing this ball game. We're not going to lose 2 games in a row. We're going to find a way to win this ball game.
Well, the Clemson game was back and forth, and we left some numbers on the board with free throws also.
Oh, we did.
But at the same time, though, Mike, it seems like this team comes out, and it's like, we need to be behind like 10.
Yeah.
For us to just to put it on. We need to. I hate to say that, but that's what it seems like. It seems like they play real good basketball, and it's more a sense of urgency when they're behind.
I think so too.
When they're just back and forth game. It's like Louisville. The last 2 minutes of the game, it was like, man, why did they play like that for 38 minutes?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You know what? It's funny. We on the same page because I was definitely going to mention that Louisville game. Mike Dow says, thanks for joining, Mike. I appreciate it. I figured Pope would have eventually be a great coach for being as smart as a man he is and playing for Pitino, but he's become a great coach faster than I expected at this level. So, at the end of the day, I really think that there's a lot. Hey, thanks for that comment, Mike. I appreciate it. I think everybody is just really taken back as far as what Coach, and one thing I like about Coach Pope, this dude is just so humble, bro. He's so humble. I like what Jackson Robinson's mom said about him. He's one of those coaches that's just not going to just yell at you and just be up in your face. I think he really wants to coach you and mentor you through not just basketball, but through life and everything. And I think that effect is really keeping these guys calm. Even though they're older and they're mature and they've been playing a lot of basketball, I still think that I really like what, how Pope is treating everyone on the team and how his demeanor is just soft, and let's just win ball games and let's just stay positive.
Well, Mike, when you can say the right things, you never have to holler or scream at anybody.
Yeah.
But let this sink in for a minute.
Yeah.
This guy got a bunch of players that never played on this level.
Yeah.
Coming to Kentucky, and they gelling.
Yeah.
And they're not. If you look at it, they love each other, but the chemistry is not there yet.
Yeah.
But you just think about that. You come. He knows how it is at Kentucky, and all these guys coming in to Kentucky, and now the spotlight is on them.
And they're relishing in it, man. Like they're taking it all in, but it's not blowing up their heads. They're staying within the system, and they're not trying to do too much, and it's working out for us.
That's good leadership and coaching. That's like being a drummer, and now you the lead singer.
Yeah. So, I mean, our guys, we're setting up for a good. I like this.
Big ups to the drummer. Nothing wrong with drummers.
I know, right? So, I usually don't put up stuff with cussing in it, but I will this one time. David put up a post. He said, as long as it beat Tennessee, I don't give a crap. I'm sick of these Rocky Toppers.
Man, David, what you said, I lived in Tennessee for 20 years. What you say, David? Heck yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I'm with
Hope
you.
They get beat tonight. I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah. That's gonna be a hard game for those guys tonight, bro. That's gonna be a hard game. I think Ohio State's gonna come. They're gonna humble them. I think so. But I guess Tennessee will be.
Tennessee got that front, man.
Yeah.
That front four on defense, man. Them pass rushers, man. And Ohio State's quarterback is suspect.
Ooh, man. And, I guess that's, this is, look, I know we talking Kentucky right fast, but this is a classic Big Ten, SEC, motto to motto. Let's see who comes out on top. That's for sure.
Man.
Yeah. That
Markwell Bryant.
Yeah. Markwell, what's up, shit, mate?
What's up, man? What's up, B?
Man, I ain't seen you in a long time. What's up, brother? Yeah. I got to get with you, okay, Markwell? Absolutely. Appreciate you joining the show, man. He's an Auburn fan, so he don't know no better. So
he's an Auburn.
He's an Auburn. So hey, he don't know no better.
On the phone line.
Yeah, he don't know no better for real. Yeah.
How is Markwell Bryant an Auburn fan?
He's been an Auburn fan for years, dude.
I can understand Louisville.
Yeah, he's
Auburn.
Yeah.
That's like Savvy, a Duke fan.
They don't know no better, bro. They was brought up wrong. I don't think Tennessee.
Big ups to Markwell, man.
Yeah, but me and him joined the Navy together, right?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, me and him joined the Navy together. Yep. So I don't really tell people a lot, but when we was in boot camp, we took tests every week, and I failed the test. So they said, you got to go back. And Markwell went on. But Markwell ended up getting really, really horrible orders to Virginia, and I got orders to Italy. So,
oh, man.
Yeah. So he graduated a lot sooner than I did and went to the fleet. But he got some really bad orders. I'm sure he had some good times, though. That's for sure. He's talking about Bo Jackson, Auburn football only. Okay. Oh, UK basketball. There you go. Okay. Let me put this up. Okay.
I understand now.
Yeah.
I understand now, Markwell, man.
Me and nobody lives in Harlan, Kentucky, right on the Tennessee line. It's orange everywhere. Yeah, we got to get rid of that.
What's that?
David said, me and nobody lives in Harlan, Kentucky, right on the Tennessee line. It's orange everywhere. Yeah. So, yeah.
Tennessee fans, man.
Yeah. David was stationed in Milton Air School. I never went to Millerton. I think I never went to Millerton, but you just get our orders out of there. Depending on what kind of day they was having, what kind of job you was getting that day. So that sucked. But look, man, everybody give you a score prediction before we get off here because we're going to get ready for this ball game that should be starting hopefully in the next 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. It don't like it's going to be no overtime. So what's you guys' game prediction for the Kentucky and Ohio State game? We will win all. I like this right here. We will win all home games we have this year. Will be the most crucial wins of all time. We will win half the other games on the road. Maybe an upset win by what makes this team a Final Four team. Man, dude, we just we gotta just keep balling, man. That's for sure. We gotta keep balling. Let's see what's the score with this North Carolina game because I don't want no overtime. Yeah, it's 61-52 with almost just under 10 minutes to go. So hopefully those guys will not go into overtime. That's for sure.
That's going to be a close game.
Yeah,
that's going to be close by the end. North Carolina going to make a run. They're
going to make a run.
Yeah.
92-74. I can be in Virginia for about the same time it takes me to Tennessee. So they live. So you guys, are you guys?
They live right up in the corner. It seems like.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Like right, yeah, exactly. Mark Will says 85-67 BBN. We will be hosting the game on my channel 92-72. 21 Crump actually has his channel. Hey, 21, can you post your and I actually will put that up on the screen for a minute as well too. He actually hosts a ball game as well on his channel. If you want to, please go check out his channel as well. He's trying to build his channel up, so please go support him as well. Diehard Kentucky fan, I know he appreciate it. Holding home court in the SEC will decide who gets double buys in Nashville. That's a good point right there. He brings up, those home games. You got to win your home games. You can't just be losing at home and not even because of just losing, but when you looking at trying to get that better seed in the SEC tournament, these are the kind of times that you got to take advantage of being at home, and that could be the difference. That could be, we're looking at the SEC champ. That could be a difference between 1 and 2 games, and every chance you get a chance to play at home and win, you got to capitalize on it and see what kind of games you can go on the road and steal. So we definitely look forward to that. To seeing if Kentucky can definitely take care of business at home, win their home ball games, and just take care of business is what I think. So what's your score prediction, BC?
I'm gonna go 85-70 Cats.
Ooh, that's a close game.
That's
no. I know I had to. Hey, hold on. Hey, I told you I failed the test, didn't I? I just told you I failed the test, and it had to register for a second. I said, no. I'm sorry. That's 15 points. My bad. Ooh, we went by 15 points. That's not the big blowout that Auburn won, but we still can say at least we won by 15 points. At least we went in there. We took care of it because a lot of those guys have been playing together for a while. So those guys have been at Auburn. A lot of those guys have been together for a couple of years now, so they know each other. So for us to go in, if we can win by 15 points against Ohio State at Madison Square Garden, to me, that says a lot. It really does. Someone said that Auburn was actually losing to Purdue a few minutes ago. I'm not sure how true that is. Oh, Auburn's up 22-15. That changed fast.
they were losing 2-0.
Yeah, they were losing 2-0. So double bye to the SEC tournament will be huge this year. Oh, it will be a double bye. If you get a double bye this year for the SEC tournament, BC, that's going to be big, man. That's going to be that's big.
Like I said, man, number 1 seed in the SEC, man.
Hey, man. That's going to – hey, even if you're number 2 seed, you still get some recognition.
Yeah, that's good too.
That's good too.
Hey,
hey,
It looks real good in March.
It looks real good in March. That might get you the number 4 seed, number 1, the number 1 seed, number 4 of the fourth one. So, but hey,
can
guys,
easily be in the top 3.
absolutely, you can, absolutely. So, SEC's probably gonna have 16 teams in it this year. So, Vandy, you going to the dance with us, baby. You and Georgia and Missouri, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, LSU,
Texas
all
A&M.
that. Y'all going to the
LSU, but
LSU's winning,
Hey.
but they definitely going to the
never
West
know.
today. Absolutely. Jonathan Smith, thanks. 1979. I take that too. You talked me into it, Mike. I'm gonna put 5 on 8.5. Hey man, win some money for us, okay? So I'm betting the house, the wife, the car, and the dogs,
Ooh,
all on the Cats. If they lose, I'm doing it again.
Oh, don't do that, Crump.
He's getting, there's a way to get.
Maybe the dogs or the car.
Hey, there's 2 different sets of crumps, and that's not the one you want to do. You don't want to do that one for real. So, hey guys, thank you guys for tuning in as well. I got my merch in, so I'm definitely gonna put some of it on when I got back for the post game show right here on Facebook, not Facebook but YouTube. The post game show, Ohio State. BC, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I hope you jump on with me for the post game show as well too. Man, go Cats. Let's get this win, and let's don't have a diaper. Let's get a diaper Danny today. Is in thoughts of Dickie V.
Dickie V.
Yeah, let's have a diaper Danny today. But thank you guys. I appreciate you guys joining in. And until the post game show, go Cats, beat Ohio State. We out.